Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, Bears fans. Let's get to the news. So there's some pretty wild speculation swirling around the NFL lately, and it's got Bears fans buzzing. Rumors are flying that the Chicago Bears might be making a bold move, potentially trading for Mark Andrews from the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Is that really happening? Is Andrews on the block? Well, the whispers are getting louder, and the chatter suggests that a deal could be in the works, something that could shake up the entire NFC North and give the Bears a serious upgrade at tight end. Let's break down what this could mean for the Bears. First off, Andrews is a true playmaker. At 30 years old, he's been a consistent force in Baltimore's offense, racking up over 200 receiving yards and 62 touchdowns so far in his career. That's the kind of production that can transform an offense, especially when you're trying to take the next step toward playoff dominance. Andrews isn't just your average tight end. He's a dynamic weapon who can stretch defenses with his yards after catch, run precise routes, and make contested catches in critical moments. His career PFF grade is an impressive 84.2, and he averages about 2 yards per route run, which speaks volumes about his efficiency and reliability. Now, the rumors suggest that the Bears might be willing to part with a second-round pick and a fourth-rounder to bring Andrews to Chicago. That's a significant investment, no doubt, but one that could pay off big time, especially when you look at the Bears' current offensive setup, which has been solid but lacking that true game-changing tight end. Kmet has been serviceable, but adding Andrews would elevate the entire passing game, turning a respectable 195 passing yards per game into a formidable 245 yards, increasing EPA per target by around 21%. That kind of upgrade can make a massive difference, especially in close games. Why would the Ravens consider trading Andrews? Well, Baltimore has been prioritizing different areas lately. They're focusing on their running game and Lamar Jackson, who's been a dual-threat machine. They're also looking at younger options like Likely, who has flashed promise with an 83.6 PFF grade, and the team's offensive line has struggled at times, allowing 39 sacks this season. Plus, the Ravens are sitting pretty with around $48 million in cap space and might be looking to generate more flexibility by trading away some of their veteran receiving talent. Andrews, despite his production, has had some injury issues, notably an ankle injury that kept him out for a stretch. But when healthy, he's one of the top tight ends in the league. From the Bears' perspective, this move would be a huge shot in the arm. Adding Andrews alongside Kmet would give Justin Fields a true red zone threat and a reliable target in the middle of the field. It's about creating mismatches, and Andrews' ability to line up in multiple spots, split out wide in the slot or inline, makes him a nightmare for defenses. His top-end yards after catch, combined with his route-running ability, could turn Chicago's offense into one of the most explosive in the league. And with a projection of around 200 yards for Andrews this season, he's the kind of player who can elevate the Bears' offense into elite territory. Looking at the bigger picture, this move could also be a strategic play for the Bears as they eye a deep playoff run. The NFC North is competitive, but with the Vikings, Lions, and Packers all improving, Chicago needs every edge they can get. Andrews could be that X-factor that swings games in their favor, especially in high-stakes moments. His 13.8-yard average depth of target in the playoffs shows he's not afraid to make contested catches downfield, and his presence could open up the entire offense, giving Fields more options and confidence to take shots. Now, let's talk about the potential impact on the defense. The Bears' defense is already solid, allowing just around 17 points per game, but having a more dynamic offense can keep pressure off the defense, allowing them to play more aggressively. Plus, with the added threat of Andrews, opposing defenses might have to dedicate extra resources to cover him, freeing up the Bears, other playmakers, and pass rushers. It's all about balance, and this kind of move could give Chicago that perfect mix of offensive firepower and defensive stability. Of course, there are questions about cap space and timing. The Bears would need to make this work financially, especially with a cap hit that could be significant. But considering the potential boost Andrews could bring, it might be worth exploring, especially if it means getting over the hump in the NFC and making a serious Super Bowl push. The Bears have been building steadily, and this kind of move could be the final piece to turn a good team into a great one. And speaking of the Super Bowl, the odds are already starting to shift. If Andrews joins the Bears, experts suggest that Chicago's chances of winning the championship could jump from plus 700 to around plus 350. That's a big spike, especially considering how much a reliable tight end can impact a team's postseason success. Andrews' ability to stretch defenses, combined with the Bears' improved offensive line and young core, makes them a legitimate threat to go all the way. Finally, this isn't just about adding a star, it's about creating a new identity for the Bears. The franchise has been looking for that offensive spark that can carry them to the next level, and Andrews could be that catalyst. His playoff performance, averaging 8 yards per target, shows he's capable of stepping up when it matters most. If the Bears manage to land him, it could be a game changer not just for this season but for years to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you think, Bears fans? Is Andrews the missing piece that can take this team to the Super Bowl? Do you believe that this move could reshape the NFC North and put Chicago back in the spotlight? Personally, I believe that with Andrews in the mix, the Bears would not only improve offensively, but also send a message to the rest of the league that they're all in on winning now. It's exciting to think about what this could mean for the upcoming stretch of games, especially as Fields continues to develop and the defense keeps playing at a high level. Looking ahead, the Bears are in a prime position to make some noise. With a talented roster, a committed coaching staff, and potential upgrades like Andrews, they're building a team that can compete with anyone. The NFC is wide open, and with a move like this, Chicago could be poised for a deep playoff run, maybe even a surprise Super Bowl appearance. The fans are hungry for success, and if this trade goes through, it could be the start of something special. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. This is just the beginning of what could be an exciting chapter for our team, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Keep the faith, stay loud, and let's go Bears.